With the permission of respected chairs, can we start?
Yes, Vedant.
Okay.
Yeah, good afternoon to everyone. Yes, Vedant, you can start. And there is one author, Anurag Singh. He wants to present first.
Okay.
Okay.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. I, Vedant Patil, on behalf of Amity International Business School, extend a warm welcome to each and everyone on this momentous occasion of the first high-powered international conference in France. We are delighted to host the International Conference Global Confluence of Management Horizons GCMH 2024. GCMH 2024 marks an inaugural international conference focusing on management and technological advancements. The primary aim of this conference is to foster academic research, interactions, and collaborations in the realms of management and allied areas. Our gathering today offers an ideal platform to keep abreast of the recent and rapid advancements shaping our fields. The main objectives of GCMH 2024 is to bring together global experts, research, academicians, practitioners, and industry leaders to share their latest research findings and deliberate on their application in modern day organization. This conference presents a unique opportunity to explore new areas of internet interest, engage in research and development. Theme and sub-themes for this conference are converging futures intersecting management, engineering, and new age technology, followed by AI, blockchain, cloud strategies, innovations-driven decision-making, data analytics, and business intelligence. Here, it's indeed a great honor for me to introduce our chairs for this particular session, starting with Dr. Meenakshi Srivastava. Dr. Meenakshi Srivastava is an associate professor and program leader for MCA at Amity Institution of Information Technology, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow campus. With a PhD in engineering, she specializes in AI, web mining, image processing, BI, and bioinformatics. Over her 25-year academic and research career, she has published over 70 papers, authored the web mining with Python, and holds a patent for early detection of breast tumor. Welcome, ma'am, to this particular conference.
Thank you, Vedant. Thank you.
Our next chair for this particular session is Dr. Shipra Saraswat, PhD in CSE and IT, is working as Associate Professor, Amity School of Engineering and Technology, Amity University, Noida. She has got Young Scientist Award in 2018. She has delivered workshops on machine learning, Python, AI, and its application, AWS, Google Cloud, and deep learning for both faculty and students. She has published around 8 patents. She has published more than 35 research papers indexed in Scopus Web of Science and SCI. She has over 575 plus citations. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Vedant. Thank you.
Our next chair for the session is Dr. Sophia Singh, PhD in CSE and IT, Senior Member IEEE, is working as Associate Professor in Department of AI ISIT, Amity University, Noida. She has filed over 14 patents and received 1 copyright. She has published more than 30 research papers indexed in Scopus Web of the Science and SCI. She has 700 plus citations. She has also worked as faculty advisory of IEEE Computational Intelligence Society and started first IEEE CIS chapter under Bombay section. She is branch counselor of IEEE. Welcome, Sophia, ma'am.
Thank you, Vedant.
Yeah. Our next chair for this particular session, Professor Dr. Namita Sahai, PhD from Merit University and post-graduation diploma in BA in Finance, currently serves as the professor and head of Department of Finance at Amity International Business School, Amity University, Noida, with over 25 years of teaching experience. and distinguished educator with a robust academic background. She is an editorial board member of Scopus and EBCD Index Journal Finance India and has taught a wide array of finance courses using innovative pedagogies. Today, she chairs the session at GCMH Research Conference. Welcome, ma'am, to the particular conference. Our next chair for this conference, Dr. Shikha Kapoor. She is also an distinguished HR and educational consultant with 27 years of experience spanning consultancy, corporate, and academic sectors. Holding a PhD in HR from Delhi University, she specializes in HR consultancy, talent assessment, and training and development. Dr. Kapoor has around authored 50 books, contributed chapters to renowned publication, and presented over 100 conference papers. Additionally, she has mentored numerous PhD scholars and led impactful educational workshops nationwide. Welcome, ma'am, to the conference. And our
Thank you.
last yeah. And our last chair for the research conference, Dr. Kritika Nagdev, an assistant professor at Vivekanand Institute of Professional Studies, Delhi, Post, and over 11 years of expertise in digital marketing, research, and business analytics. She holds a PhD from Amity Business Schools and certifications from IBM Online and Moscow Institute of Physics and Technology. An accomplished author, her notable works include Business Analytics, Transforming Industries with Data-Driven Decisions, and Republish, Restructure, Reinvent. With numerous publications on diverse topics such as live stream shopping and green banking, Dr. Kritika also excels in consultancy, training, and judging case study competitions, significantly contributing to both academia and industry. I welcome all the session chairs and thank you for your kind acceptance. Going, going to quick instructions for the paper presentation. The presentation timing is total of 5 minutes for the presentation and followed by 2 minutes question and answer session. At the 4th minute, the master of ceremony will signal you to begin concluding your presentation. Presenters are required to share their own screen for their PowerPoint presentation. Screen sharing access will be provided. In case of an internet issue, presenters will be given another opportunity to present their paper. The title and author's name will be announced twice. If you are not present at the time of your slot, you may be given a chance to present at the end. The rights regarding presentations are held by the chair and master of ceremony. The schedule may experience slight delays. We request all the presents to remain patient and composed. Please ensure your presentation is ready and your internet connection is stable to avoid any disruptions. With this, we are done with the starting ceremony of our uh, research conference. With the permission of our chairs, can we start with our first presentation?
Yes, please.
Yes, please start.
Okay. Our first paper for the day is paper title number 1, title ANOVA-based feature selection model for predicting hepatitis C virus by Shilpi-based, Neeraj-based, Anshul Shrivastava, Anupama Rajesh, Sonalika Shrivastava, and Vishwajit Pandey from Amity University, Noida. Ma'am, you can share your screen.
Yes, Vedanta, I'm sharing the screen. Just give me few seconds. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My paper title is ANOVA-based feature selection model for predicting hepatitis C virus. Hepatitis C virus is a significant global health concern, and its accurate prediction for early diagnosis and effective management of the disease is really necessary in nowadays. So we have developed a predictive model for hepatitis for judging the hepatitis C disease severity. We have evaluated various machine learning algorithms, which algorithm is giving the we have decided on various algorithms, which algorithm is giving the best result for predicting the disease. And it will contribute towards a better diagnosis and management of hepatitis C virus. We have collected data from UCI machine learning repository, and pre-processing steps include handling missing data, any values which is not required. We have done data cleaning in initial steps. Our data has 615 instances with 14 features, in which categories include blood donor, suspect blood donor, hepatitis, fibrosis, psoriasis. These are the various categories in our data set. Machine learning algorithms which we have decided to focus on are decision tree, random forest, support vector machine, logistic regression, K, nearest neighbor. Each algorithm played a role in disease prediction based on dataset features. Metrics on which we have focused are accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score. Importance of choosing appropriate evaluation metrics for this is very important for choosing appropriate evaluation metric. Choosing appropriate evaluation metric is very important for disease prediction tasks. We have applied linear regression for handling missing values in the data set, and feature selection is done through ANOVA. We have interpreted ROC curves and AUC values on this. These are the various ROC curves. This is the curve before ANOVA for Gaussian NB, and this is the ROC curve for Gaussian NB after ANOVA. Similarly, this is before disease. This is for decision tree algorithm. ROC curve, first curve is before ANOVA and second curve is after ANOVA. Similarly, third one is for KNN. KNN for before KNN, first figure 7 is first figure which is showing on screen is before ANOVA, KNN before ANOVA, and the ROC curve. Second figure is for KNN after ANOVA. These are the results of algorithm before ANOVA and after ANOVA. Random forest key, these are the random forest, Gaussian NB, decision tree, KNN values before ANOVA and after ANOVA. What we have found, that comparison between, we have done comparison between before and after applying ANOVA. Then what we have found that decision tree algorithm after ANOVA have demonstrated exceptional accuracy, and AUC results are also good. So what we have found that decision tree algorithm is the best algorithm. And what others have facilitated, linear regression facilitated efficiency, handling of missing values, machine learning algorithms yielded accurate predictions, particularly post-feature selection, ROC and AUC analysis affirmed outstanding predictive capability of the models. These are some recommendations for future research. We have to explore additional feature selection techniques to further enhance algorithm performance, investigate ensemble learning methods. We have to investigate several ensemble learning methods also for potentially improved predictive accuracy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Any questions from session chairs?
Ma'am, I would like to ask one question.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, since you have selected the ANOVA technique for the feature engineering or the feature selection, what can be the other techniques other than ANOVA?
You were asking that what another techniques we can apply besides ANOVA to do this.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Actually, we have written in the final thing, future recommendations, we can do ensemble learning algorithm. We can use ensemble learning algorithms. We can, in this slide,
you're talking the algorithm, right? In ensemble, like we can talk about.
Yes, we can, we can add more features to it. Certain other features which we have not explored yet. we can add that these are the future recommendations of this work that we can do in other things.
Any name of specific technique other than ANOVA?
Mm, what else I can do in this paper? You are asking me this thing.
Yeah, other than.
We can
Okay,
do
ma'am, it's
through
okay.
one hot encoding or anything else. I have not thought over it right now, but I have used in this paper only KNN, random forest decision tree linear regression only I have used, but uh, I can think of doing one hot encoding and any other thing also.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You can stop sharing your screen. Our next paper for the day is by Anurag Singh and Mr. Kunal Daya. Paper title: Bifurcated Breast Cancer Examination via Logistic Regression Model.
Hello all, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. You can share your screen.
Uh, okay. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So how do I? Okay. So is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible. You can
Okay.
start.
Hello all. My name is Anurag Singh, and I am a fourth-year student in MIT University, Noida. So I have heard Vedant saying that Dr. Meenakshi ma'am is very familiar with this breast cancer examination and detection thing. So I think I'll catch your ears, ma'am. So basically, the topic is bifurcated breast cancer detection system using logistic regression model. Unfortunately, my fellow member Kunal Daya didn't show up because he's placed and he's in Bangalore. His office didn't allow to do this. So I'll be the one presenting here. Okay. So starting with the introduction.
Anurag,
Yes,
Anurag,
ma'am.
sorry to interrupt you. Can
Yes,
you
ma'am.
just go to the full screen mode,
Uh, okay.
slideshow mode? Huh,
Is it good?
that's better. Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, sure. So, starting with the introduction. So, as you have all know that breast cancer is one of the most common cancers worldwide. Although it's not that famous, or you can say it's not that heard in schools or colleges. We have chosen this topic for this only. So, the purpose of the study is to develop a robust system for breast cancer categorization. So, we have used logistic regression model for this. So as you can see in the picture itself that we have some data set, we pre-process the data set, then we train, apply the trained data set to the logistic regression model, and basically when we provide new data set to the model, it will compare and revert us with if the tumor is basically benign or malignant. So moving on to the next slide, the objective is to enhance diagnostic accuracy for breast cancer. So basically, we are just detecting tumors. So if the tumor is benign, so we can say it is not cancerous. While if it is malignant, so it will say it is. We can say it is cancerous. So basically, as I've said, there are two type of tumors: benign and malignant. The specific objective is to improve early detection rates. Moving on to the next slide. So the data collection, we have many type of data as it is very fine thing. So we took fine needle aspiration test. Basically, basically we take in the fine needle aspiration. We take small part from the breast to examine the roundness, the we have collected metrics, the radius, the temperature, parameter, area, the smoothness, as you can see here itself. Okay, so moving on to the next slide, the data pre-processing. The data pre-processing includes these four things, which is data integration, data transformation, data reduction or dimension reduction, and data cleaning. So first of all, the data cleaning. So handling missing values and outliners. For example, if I move back to the this slides, if you can see there is mean concavity. So if this data is missing at the end, then I cannot say if the result, that outcome is true, or basically it's good. Then the transformation, as I have said, we have used logistic regression model. So in logistic regression model, we have determined two terms, x and y. For these data, we'll later on divert these parameters on two terms, x and y, x train and y train, and then we'll convert the parameters which will get for the x test and y test, then it will compare. So this is the data transformation. Okay, so moving on to the next slide, the model architecture. So this is the logistic model architecture. Okay, logistic regression model, which is suitable for binary classification task. So basically, the most important thing is this sigmoid function. Okay, so this is the sigmoid function activation, as you can see. Regulation technique L1, L2 to prevent outfitting. Okay, this is what I just told regarding X and Y. Okay, moving on to the next training process, splitting data into training and test sets, optimizing hyperparameters. Okay, so in this R model, we have used Python and libraries from skit learn. So basically, skit learn provide all these things. I would like to move back. All these things like the radius, mean temperature, mean texture, mean parameter, mean area. So this makes our work so refined. Like we don't have to move or to all the hospitals to collect all the big data sets and all. Okay, model evaluation. It means performance metrics, accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score. So basically, this is our models. What you can say the result basically. So the model achieved an accuracy of 97.08%. Okay, so this is what this percentage is. Oh, wait. So this percentage is when we are getting, if when we are training the model. So after training the model, when we are testing it out, we are getting a accuracy of 92.98%. So this is something to be noted. Uh, Analysis and result. In analysis, our model will at the end show if the breast cancer is benign or malignant. So basically, for benign, it means it's non-cancerous. Okay, so it'll throw zero. So basically, this is a game of zeros and ones. Okay, if it is malignant, so it means breast cancer is the tumor is basically cancerous. So it will throw one. So in this case, the one we have tested, in this case, the breast cancer is benign. Okay, so moving on to the conclusion, logistic regression model is effective for breast cancer detection, high accuracy in tumor classification, as you have seen in the slide that 97% from the test data, and after the train data, and after the test data, we are getting 92.8%, which is good. Okay, the future prospect for our project, which we are thinking to do, like we are thinking to incorporate more complex models like ensemble methods, integration of additional data sources, example genetic data. So this is all from my side. Thank you. I'm open to question.
Thank you so much, Anurag. Any questions from session chair?
Should I stop sharing my screen? I cannot.
Yes, you can.
Okay, okay.
Uh, Hello, yeah, I'm Dr. Shikha Kapoor. A very innovative thing I can say. You are a student of biotechnology.
No, ma'am. Unfortunately, no. I'm
Pardon?
audible, yeah. So unfortunately, no, ma'am. But I'm a I have my friends in biotech also.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you are also working in this field?
No, ma'am, I'm not working in this field. It is basically so basically the basic idea behind this project is me and my friend were suffering on this YouTube, and we
Mhm.
came across this breast cancer thing. And
Okay.
we are keen students. We know Python. We know this
Okay,
language.
because this is a new research, so is it being practiced by any of the hospitals?
Not yet, ma'am. Basically, the thing is, we are in our last year, so me and my colleague were placed. Also, I'm sitting in my office and asked my HR for the permission. So, not yet, but maybe in summer we'll progress.
But this is a technique you are thinking which will be helpful for the oncologist?
Maybe I'll include. Maybe we are thinking to include deep learning in this,
Mhm.
which will be more effective.
Mm.
So, Shipra ma'am is our guide. So we are regularly in touch with her. She is
Okay.
guiding us through. So
Actually,
the
ma'am,
first
this
thing,
is my idea, and these are
yeah,
Mm.
my students, computer science students. These are basically
Okay. Okay.
under
yeah,
my guidance, and we filed a patent as well
Okay.
on this,
Because
the very
this
basic
is a
idea.
very new technique, and if
Yeah,
this will be effective, it will be very helpful for the oncologist in determining
yeah, that's
breast
why we
cancer, which is
filed a
very
patent
big.
also, ma'am. So this is a unique idea, and these students are under my
But
guidance.
have you got the data practiced with the data also? Some
yeah,
some
ma'am,
relevant
yeah.
with the
Yes,
data?
As I have mentioned, we have collected data from SKIT Learn. We have practiced the demonstration here itself. Then after we got the result calculation of 92.8%.
Okay, that is good. 92.8% is good. If accuracy this is there, then it will definitely help the hospital sector. Thank
Yep.
you.
Yeah.
yes. Okay,
So,
thank you.
any other question if there are? Okay.
Any other
So,
question from the chairs?
uh,
Okay, thank
I
you so
Those
much.
who
think
presented, they can leave the meeting.
okay, okay,
Yes.
okay. So this is my time. Thank you all. Goodbye.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our next presentation for the day by Mr. Yuvraj Gupta, Ayush Gaur, Vishwas Yadav, co-author Dr. Shipra Saraswat, MIT University, Noida.
Yeah, yes, Vedant. Hi,
Yes, you
everyone.
can share your screen.
Yeah, 1 second. Is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay, so I'm gonna start now. So, hey, everyone. For today, I'm here to present the presentation on Siamese neural network and computer vision for detection single shot image. So, many of my colleagues helped me. Vishwas Yadav, Yuvraj Gupta, and Shipra Saraswat ma'am helped me in this project. Okay, so this is the table of content for this project. So basically, what is in this project we are trying to do is we are trying to capture image, single shot image recognition we are trying to do. It is basically a machine learning task that allows a model to learn and identify an object from a single example. So to implement this, we will be using Siamese neural networks. Siamese neural network consists of two identical networks that are trained together. The two networks are fed with two different images, and the goal is to train the network to output the same value if the two images are of same object, and if a different value if the images are of different objects. So basically, the features of single shot image recognition, first one is efficiency. Single shot image recognition model can be trained on small data sets of images compared to the previous models that were previously used in traditional model, which makes them more efficient. And second is generalization. Single shot image recognition model can generalize to new objects and new situations. It is because they are not trained on specific set of objects, but rather concept of similarity. Third one is robustness. The model is robust to changes in illumination and other factors like pose. because they are not relying on specific feature of the object, rather on the similarity between the two images. Fourth one is scalability. The model can handle large data sets also, because it's not limited by the size of data set, but rather the number of parameters of the model. Coming to next slide. So how does single shot recognition work? Image recognition. So in the Siamese network model described in the above slides, uh, we use single shot learning by employing two subnetworks that share weights and process input images to extract high level features. Through contrastive learning, the model learns to minimize the distance between the similar images while maximizes the distance between the different images. During the training, pairs of images are presented and the model learns to distinguish between them based on their feature representation. Okay, this model generalizes small number of examples and performs single shot learning tasks by comparing test images with reference images and making it valuable tool for tasks with limited label data. So applications of single shot image recognition is first one is face recognition that we know a lot of. We use that in mobile phones as well as when we enter the campus. Second one is object detection. The model can be used to identify objects in an image even if the object are not well defined or partially obscured. It can be used in medical image analysis as well as NLP, natural language processing. So coming to the conclusion, the integration of Siamese neural networks and computer vision holds immense potential for revolutionizing single shot image detection. By combining the strengths of both technologies, we can achieve accuracy and efficiency in detecting objects in real life scenarios. Thank you.
Any questions from the chair? Okay, Ayush, you can stop presenting your screen.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks. Can we move to another presentation?
Yes, please.
Our next presentation is by Daksh Chawla from McGill University, Globalization and the Growth of Case Study. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Daksh Chawla and I'm a student at McGill University. Today I'm going to present on the topic globalization and the growth of small and medium enterprises. So globalization has transformed the global economic landscape, creating both opportunities and challenges for business worldwide. Small and medium enterprises in emerging markets have been particularly influenced by this phenomenon. As engines of economic growth and job creations, SMEs in developing economies like India, Brazil, China, and Nigeria play a pivotal role in shaping the dynamic of domestic and international trade. Our objective here is to explore the relationship between globalization and SME growth, examining the data and theoretical frameworks to highlight strategies for leveraging global opportunities. Some of the methods we used for this is mixed method approach, which combines the quantitative data analysis with qualitative case studies like from India, Brazil, China, and Nigeria. Data sources from government reports, international trade databases, and scholarly articles. Now let's see the first case study of India. So India's SME sector is a crucial component of its economy, comprising of over 63 million enterprises that contribute around 30% to the GDP and nearly 40% to the exports. The introduction of these policies, like the Make in India initiative and Digital India, has boosted SME growth by enhancing access to technology and global markets. These initiatives have focused on improving digital infrastructure, simplifying business regulations, and fostering innovation. One of the key challenges India's SMEs face is the inadequacy of infrastructure, particularly in rural areas. Additionally, complex regulatory requirements and limited access to credit hinder the growth potential of these enterprises. The Reserve Bank of India has introduced measures to improve financial inclusion and credit access, but implementation remains inconsistent across regions. Seeing the next case study of Brazil, Brazilian SMEs account for approximately 27% of the national GDP and 60% of employment. Programs like Brazilian Development Bank's support for innovation and export promotion have facilitated SME integration into global value chains. The BNDES has focused on providing low interest loans and financial incentives for innovation and technology adoption. Despite these efforts, high taxation and bureaucratic hurdles remain significant obstacles for Brazilian SMEs. The World Bank Ease of Doing Business report ranks Brazil poorly in terms of starting a business and dealing with construction permits. Reforms aimed at simplifying tax codes and reducing bureaucratic inefficiencies are essential for enhancing the competitiveness of Brazilian SMEs on global stage. Our next case study is on China. China's SMEs, making up 99% of all enterprises, have benefited immensely from the country's rapid economic reforms and integration into the global economy. Policies promoting innovation, such as the Made in China 2025 plan, has spurred SME growth by focusing on advanced manufacturing and technology. SMEs in China are integral to supply chain, both domestically and internationally. However, issues such as intellectual property rights protection and access to finance continue to challenge SMEs. The Chinese government has been working to address these issues through stronger IP laws and increased funding for SMEs development. Additionally, the Belt and Road Initiative has opened new markets and opportunities for Chinese SMEs, though it also requires them to navigate complex geopolitical landscapes. Our last case study is based on Nigeria, one of the upcoming countries. In Nigeria, SMEs constitute about 96% of businesses and contribute 48% of GDP. Government initiatives like National Enterprise Development Program aim to enhance SME competitiveness by providing business development services, access to finance, and capacity building programs. NEDEP has focused on improving the business environment and fostering entrepreneurship. Despite these efforts, Nigerian SMEs have faced significant challenges, including inadequate power supply, limited access to finance, and a challenging regulatory environment. The Central Bank of Nigeria has launched various funding schemes to support SMEs, but access remains uneven. Infrastructure deficits, particularly in electricity and transportation, significantly impact the operation efficiency and growth prospects of Nigerians and SMEs. Now let's see the
Yeah,
discussion.
Daksh, so sorry to interrupt you, but every presenter has a 5 minutes only. Okay, so please everyone adhere the timelines and finish your presentation in 5 minutes only. Okay, Daksh, continue.
Now, this is the opportunity that we get from this. The globalization offers technological advancement and market expansion opportunities. Some of the challenges we face is SMEs face regulatory environments and infrastructure deficits that hinder growth. Our comparative analysis examination of India, Brazil, China, and Nigeria highlights distinct obstacles and strategies. In conclusion, there are policy implications such as enhancing access to finance, infrastructure development, regulatory reforms, promoting innovation, and international trade. In conclusion, summary of findings: globalization impact SME growth through technological advancement, government policies, and international trade agreements. Customized approaches are essential to address unique challenges faced by SMEs in different geopolitical contexts, and some policy recommendations are financial access, infrastructure development, regulatory reforms, innovation promotion, and international trade. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Daksh. Any questions from the chair? Okay.
That you have talked about different countries. How do you compare it with India? SMEs development.
Ma'am, India shows a great future in this area. The economic growth of India right now is at its all-time high, and I think compared to these other countries, India is giving a strong competition to China.
So now it's BJP has already told that, we want self-reliant India. So how SMEs will help to become self-reliant India? Because you talked about the emerging markets. So do you think India can flourish with being self-reliant, with being, the growth through SMEs?
Yes, ma'am, I think that because the Make in India policy and these different policies that the government is launching, it's really helping the SMEs like produce all the stuff inside of India and minimize the imports to maintain the foreign exchange balance. And I think that Make in India initiative is gonna help India's economic growth a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next presentation by Kushagra Chawla from McGill University, Sustainable Entrepreneurship in Emerging Markets.
Hi, just a second, sorry. Hi, is it visible? My screen is visible?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Hi, welcome to this presentation on sustainable entrepreneurship in emerging markets. Sustainable entrepreneurship integrates sustainability principles into business models, crucial for achieving sustainable development goals. This presentation examines the evolving landscape of sustainable entrepreneurship in developing countries, highlighting obstacles and opportunities. Key determinants of sustainable entrepreneurship. And here in this slide, we talk about regulatory frameworks. Regulatory frameworks shape the landscape for sustainable entrepreneurship by incentivizing sustainable practices and penalizing pollution. Inconsistent enforcement and bureaucratic inefficiencies in developing countries pose significant challenges for entrepreneurs, and 67% of sustainable business, if we talk about sub-Saharan Africa, 67% of sustainable businesses in sub-Saharan Africa identified regulatory barriers as a major hurdle as per World Bank. Access to finance. Access to finance is crucial for the success of sustainable enterprises, which are often seen as high risk by traditional financial institutions. Traditional financial institutions are reluctant to fund sustainable startups. Impact investing in green finance offer new avenues but are unevenly distributed. Global impact investment market reached $715 billion in 2020, but with only 22% directed to sub-Saharan Africa and Southeast Asia, which are abundant with natural resources, key for renewable energy practices. Market demand. Global demand for sustainable product is rising, driven by environmental awareness and consumer preferences. Demand varies by region. For example, 73% of consumers in Latin America are willing to pay for more sustainable products compared to 48% in Asia Pacific. Entrepreneurial and ecosystems comprise networks of entrepreneurs, investors, institutions, and support services, which are crucial for fostering sustainable entrepreneurship. Effective ecosystem provide financial support, mentorship, training, and market access for the growth of sustainable ventures. Now, let's take a case study of green tech innovations in Kenya. Green Tech Innovations was founded in 2015, which has an aim to provide affordable and sustainable energy solutions to rural communities in Kenya. Kenya, as a country which is abundant with solar resources, employs a pay-as-you-go model, allowing households to pay for solar systems in small, manageable installments via mobile money platforms. Eco farms in Brazil. If we talk about eco farms in Brazil, it was established in 2012, which is a cooperative organic farms in Brazil, aiming to improve food security and promote sustainable agriculture. It operates on a collective model, pooling resources and knowledge to adopt sustainable farming practices, providing training and marketing support to the rural population of Brazil. Now we talk about a company, an organization from India, Recycle, which was founded in 2016 and focuses on recycling electronic waste in India, addressing environmental and health risks. It partners with local
Sorry to interrupt. Can you please conclude?
Yeah. This also includes a case study from Bioplast from Indonesia, which is a biodegradable plastics, which converts biodegradable plastic and agricultural waste into and aims to reduce plastic pollution. So challenges and constraints which sustainable businesses find are inadequate funding. Many sustainable entrepreneurs struggle with inadequate funding due to perceived high risks, institutional opposition. A lot of entrepreneurs face hurdles in navigating complex regulatory environments and overcoming institutional resistance. Societal conventions, cultural norms, and societal conventions can impede the adoption of sustainable practices. Recommendations for fostering sustainable entrepreneurship. Policy recommendation, develop and implement coherent strategies that support sustainable entrepreneurship. Role of investors, encourage and impact investings and develop innovative financial instruments tailored to the needs of sustainable businesses. Collaboration and knowledge exchange. Promote collaboration among stakeholders, policymakers, investors, civil society, organization, and academia to disseminate best practices and drive the adoption of sustainable business models. To conclude, sustainable entrepreneurship holds the potential to address critical economic, environmental, and social challenges in developing countries. A supportive ecosystem that integrates management, engineering, and new age technology is essential for fostering sustainable development. Collective efforts of all stakeholders, policymakers are crucial to achieve this. Thank you.
Okay, one question, Kushagra. If I ask you, what are the, how will you define as a woman entrepreneurship, sustainable entrepreneurship will be helpful for women? Women entrepreneurship and sustainable development. What are your ideas? Because that is an emerging market.
Women entrepreneurship in sustainable markets.
Yes.
So I think a lot of so if I look at my university and different universities in India, it starts from the basic. A lot of clubs are being formed in universities for women's in sustainable development, which fosters to that environment in which women can grow in sustainable
What
development.
kind of entrepreneurship do women go into for sustainable development?
For sustainable development,
You
women
must have highlighted, no, some emerging market and the sustainable entrepreneurship. So what are these market avenues for sustainability? See, sustainability means that entrepreneurship will continue. It won't break in between. When we have small self-help groups of women or of men, okay, So maybe 1 year they're getting loan and then continuing with that entrepreneurship, but after that they don't continue. So we want sustainable development. So
Okay.
what kind of entrepreneurship, what kind of skills, and what kind of a market is there for sustainable development? And what are the avenues? What kind of businesses are into sustainable development as per you?
First, if we talk about women, how we could foster more women to join sustainable development, it could be through government interventions to policies from the
No,
government,
I'm
which
not asking that question. I'm asking what kind of businesses are there in sustainable entrepreneurship?
um energy practices
Like,
and a lot of turning waste into more productive things. For me, the main focus on this on of this research paper was solar renewable energy practices and the production and the shift of taking waste and converting into useful materials, taking electronic waste, taking plastic waste, and turning it into
which
useful
country
material.
are they used in? These kind of
Um,
things.
Sorry,
Which kind of countries? Which countries they are using this electronic waste and consuming it
consuming it. So in
into
America,
productive entrepreneurship? Yes.
yeah, in Canada, I worked at a rural development firm, which worked with different NGOs in Alberta to help build them shelters and provide shelter to unemployed people and to homeless people. For that, like we used a lot of plastic materials and the team converted it into resistant shed for homeless people to live in.
Okay.
So
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Our next paper for the day is by Ms. Janvi Agrawal, Harjot Kaur, under the guidance of Dr. Shikha Kapoor, Evolution of Chatbot in Human Resource.
Yes, sure. Is it visible?
Yes.
One minute. Can I start?
Yes, you
Is
can
it
start.
1 minute? Yeah. Good afternoon. I, Harjot Kaur and Janvi Agarwal is under the guidance of Shikha Kapoor ma'am is here to present the PPT on evolution of chatbot in human resource. So basically, the introduction is that it basically, as we've seen, that machine learning and artificial intelligence are expanding quickly. So we have heard like most famous that is Chat GPT, and that we can rely on the person and various HR professionals. Basically, it is very important for the HR also because it will help for the automation of routine tasks and help them to them. Rather than like basically, it can help for various day-to-day tasks so that it can relieve. Next, it would be basically the various authors as Immanuel Camber. The authors have revealed that people working in an organization believe that chatbot will make the work less. So what will happen is because HR professionals have to be, it's very helpful for them for recruiting, for staffing, for various purposes. It's very helpful for them because they can use for their function of the task and various like it can be there. So basically, it's basically the methodology that we have used is AI and NLP. Basically, the natural language processing and natural language understanding we have used for customized experience. Basically, whether it would be a family size, whether it would be like HR professional, like HR policies to determine their HR policy, what would be the price, what are the policies they get, what are the advantages, what are the incentives. So they can help the HR professionals to integrate with the HRS, that is human resource information system, to work with them so that it can help for them for having not because it also reduce the paperwork for them. It can help for digitally recognize all the people all over the world. it's basically it's more important after the COVID. It's very important because the all people, they are working all over the world, not in the small part. So they help a lot in that case. So as we have see this photograph, so basically this is a, methodology that first there is a messaging channel that can be Alexa, Telegram, WhatsApp, Facebook, that we have like everyone is using. So there is an assistant, that is the chatbot assistant we are working out, and individual skill chatbot convert them, and it can form through backend services like JavaScript, JS, so that it can like answer the queries of the customer component and reduce the like HR professional work. So basically, the history of chatbot is that in 1996, the first chatbot, that is Elisa, it was developed by Joseph. And it was basically a rule based where matlab you have to define the rules for the keyword matching. So these various types of like chatbot have been part, like in 1972, the Parry, the 1995 Alice, 2016 Tay. So these are all the chatbot that you'd find. And basically, the use of chatbot is that it improves the user services, but 24/7 services. Not only like a limited time, but anytime, anywhere it can be work. And it can basically it can make the make the employees connected with the HR professionals, with the team. Matlab, it can help them that they can help it, and it can fulfill all the repetitive things and answer their queries. Basically, what would be their onboarding, what would be the time of the onboarding, have a comfortable onboarding, recruiting, and staffing. It helps. Not only that, but it also helps for HR professionals for screening the resume, for like identify the best people to best role, to matlab to use the effective resources effectively. So the example would be, one example is the bot platform. That would be there is a Honest Burger. There is a small restaurant in the London, like across 40 restaurants, and so they are working from the bot platform because they can help for their workplace, and they can help for having a training models for them. So basically, 150 waiters to become chefs. So it can help for their waiting staff to handle this. So this platform is widely used for that. And basically the result would be that it can help for basically and become more intelligent, because we humans, it can help for more effective worker. It is there for our help actually. So basically, like for customers, the digital assistant like Apple Siri, Microsoft Cortana, so they can respond the inquiries, like what would be the services, or what would be the like time policies, what are their it can also help for the attendance issues, that what are their tasks, to have the attendance part of that. It can helpful use for human resource information system software, so that they can digitally recognize it and help them. So the future scope is that it basically, it's a human life. It's basically a deep customer. So the use of NLP, that is a component of artificial intelligence, natural language processing, and also the deep neural networks. It is used for that. So to conclude, it has like chatbot have been all over the planet because it's AI is all over the world. So it's a help us for the advancement of the technology, so that it can help the HR manager to have a regular part for the performance check, for the attendance part, to have a strong relationship between the employers and employees, to have a good stakeholder management, to have a, so basically it's an integral part of our lives. It can help in any cases. This could would be a medical assistance, or it would be any assistance, like it can help you. So basically it can end up with a genuine human and a simple material of machine. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Harjot. Any questions from session chairs?
Okay, since your topic was on chatbot, can you
Yes,
name
ma'am.
few chatbots that are available?
Yes, the chatbots are nowadays Alexa is working. So, and
Okay.
the other part is Alexa, ma'am.
Okay. So do you know on which platform Alexa is deployed?
Ma'am,
Okay,
basically
thank
in
you so
Alexa,
much.
it would,
Our next presentation is by Akash Tomar, Dr. Anupama Rajesh, Dr. Richa Mishra, and the title is Adoption of
Vedant?
DevOps to Improve.
Hello?
Yeah, I think Dr. Sophia asked his few questions. I think Vedant, you have to pause. Yeah, Dr. Sophia, please hold.
Uh, okay, so just one last question. Do you know on what platform is Alexa deployed?
yes.
Or do you
Alexa is
mean?
basically Amazon cloud-based voice services. So it is built from the Amazon. It's basically a third party and Amazon from manufactured his uses. So basically it's using a natural language processing and natural voice experiences using the technology to interact with the people.
Yes, very good. Nice
Thank
presentation.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Can you stop sharing, please?